Summer is golden.
Hi guys, Jessica Norman. This is Summer is Golden.
This aha moment is not about that. It's about, first of all, why is this cat keep coming back? I'm gonna call it a cat because I know where else it is. Into my campsite and eating everything it can find. It eats things we want it to eat. It eats things we don't want it to eat. It took all the catfish bait, so we gotta make some new bait. We started a batch yesterday. It's just about ranked enough to add the remainder. I'm gonna lay out the rest of the liver and let it dry. Okay, what else are we gonna do today? Today is he ate my piece of cake. Ooh, I wanted that. Today, we found yesterday that Italian bread, which I'm sure French bread is just as good. We do have both, but Italian bread is absolutely adorable as a toast. Oh, wait a minute. Well, we had some Italian bread. Dadgummit, I left it on the counter. They ate the whole loaf of bread. They didn't leave one slice. They ran through this campsite like they had an invitation to the Met Gala. Are you hearing me? This stuff right here is not mine, so I don't use Capri Sun or eat Doritos. So I gotta clean up the entire park. I believe that's probably someone else's job, but they cannot reach the trash bag while descended. But of course the flies can. When the flies comes the inevitable magat. So we will need to get rid of this bag. Tie it up into another bag and take it down to the trash can. In the meantime, we will let that sit in the corner until we get a new bag. But man, I was just thinking to make some more Italian French toast. But no need to do anything like that because the animals took care of it for us. So we'll do French instead. Let's go ahead and put this pot of chili back on. Like I said, we have no refrigeration. If it's not eaten today, or even if it's eaten today, we may all die. So hey, we're gonna get some coffee, guys, so we'll get started. Let's see if we can get some power inside the rig. Lock myself out. All right, guys, be back. All right, guys, this is close to the original French toast as we're gonna get without a tripod. And we're burning the eggs. We didn't have butter. Those creatures from the lagoon came and ate the butter last night. But that's French toast on French bread with brown sugar as the staple sweetener. Got a few pieces of strawberry over there too. I may lace the top with potatoes. We have no butter. So once I pull those French toast breads out of there, we're gonna drop the eggs in the water and sort of poach them along because we don't want them to stick. It's not a non-stick pan, not a cream pan. That one is, but well, I have to dump those green beans and clean it. And they have a brunch dinner opportunity, despite because of the vinegar. So we may not, but we're not gonna do all that. We'll just put it right there in that pan and move on. As soon as we finish, we're gonna go and edit some video today. As you know, I'm not gonna start pointing fingers and naming names. I don't have a lawyer. But for some reason, I can't upload to YouTube in less than 5 days now. So, you know, if you want a video up next week, you better start today. That's just the point. That's it. So I'm gonna try and edit and get this one up and ready. So maybe it will be out by next Friday. But we're kind of at the beginning of the end, guys. It's beginning to cost too much to provide you with this wonderful content. And it would seem that the powers that be don't want us here anyway. So, yeah, we're going to move on to something else probably after this season, it seems. We're on the couch just moments away from season. Remember, we got into this thing just to kind of, for our son, the greatest van life I've ever known, we probably would be somewhere else in the planetary system or the galactic system somewhere. So we're grateful to be here. We have a better understanding of who we are, what we are, where we're going. You know, who cares what the world thinks kind of thinking. And so that's what the next phase is going to be about. Living out loud without making as opposed as glamping and camping. We may do a couple more camping trips this year. We may. The season has a few months left to it. But as you know, we have depleted our funds, which means back to work we go. And with that being the precursor, we know we only have a limited amount of time. I would rather rent and keep it, but you know, if something pushes us toward those redwoods or toward the west again, then what we're planning may quickly change. So I'm trying to keep a very open mind about this whole thing and what direction, I'm gonna burn my leg, and what direction we intend to go resultingly. But yeah, that's what we're doing this fall. So we're gonna end this summer on a high note. We're having a great time. We've got 2 weeks left out in the park, out at this particular campground. Our fishing site is. So once we've gotten this trailer fixed, we got parts coming in the next couple days. Once we get it fixed, because we don't want any issues on our head while we're trying to catch fish, get that taken care of. We'll keep our campsite and we'll travel the rest of the lake. You see how fast it is. It goes a long way that way, and it goes a long way that way. There's a couple other bends, and it's a really beautiful lake. If you had a boat, you could probably get out there and catch as many fish as you desire. But some of this bank fishing is for the birds, especially around this particular campsite. I think it's just been overused probably. Who knows? So we're gonna do that a little bit, and maybe we'll find a trail. Once we get these business items off of the table, we can think about other things. We could plan to possibly find a trail. Look at that clearing back there where the sun is casting. Can you see that? That is awesome. I wonder what that is. It's almost like a small clearing, but that could be just the sun creating an artificial view. It's just a tree line. So there are obviously trails out here. I haven't researched any of them, and we were gonna put Alice's rack on the bike. I haven't even built it yet, and then take her down to a couple trails out here. So there's a few things left still that we can do, and we may. If not, we're gonna be packing up in a couple weeks, and we're gonna be heading back to the homestead, guys. And there's no way I'm gonna sit in my driveway and bring you another episode. It's not gonna happen. Okay, it's not gonna happen, guys. I won't do that to you, I promise. I know I bored you to death for the past 2 years, but we've had a blast, Alice and I. I mean, she really has come around. Remember when you first met her, she was just shy and timid, and just being out here in the wilderness has changed her a little bit. She's met some different type of animals and seen some different type of animals. She's had to learn to protect herself from the birds a little bit. I don't think she's learned much, but yeah. So it's been fun for her as well, and for Wilson, he's been sitting in there the whole time. We ain't put him out to cast a line. Perhaps we'll put him by the lake bed and let him guard the pole this evening or something. But yeah, we're going to try some new methods, some different hooks and whatnot to try and keep our liver bait on the hook. Like I say, they stole all of the bait the other night. Last night they took all of the bread, so we don't have anything to thicken or to dough. Oh, yes I do. I've got French bread. Got French bread, so never mind that. Now the blender's out here now because we're going to mix up the rest of the liver before it goes bad. And we'll keep it in the coolest place possible till tomorrow when we go out for ice. And we should have a nice little bait system here through the remainder of our stay, or we'll stop at Walmart and grab some. Maybe some worms. I haven't used worms yet, those 2 I dug up. They died in the pan before I got a chance to use them. So they usually come to the surface pretty good around here after the rain. I could have dug up some this morning, but you know. Anyway, we're gonna get on the brunch. Day 15 result, brunch. Real French toast from France with strawberries, over easy, and scrambled egg layered atop one another. The most succulent butt end of a rack of baby backs. You know what that is if you don't ruin it, but I ruined it. Let me show you. You see that? See how tender that meat is? But to me, that's overcooked. That's overcooked. But boy, when I get home. And of course, a piece of chicken from the other night. We had to get those out of here. Alice is mad because I got her from up under my feet. I'm trying to go back and forth. Like, what are you doing? She won't come back out now. Oh my God. That's pretty good, y'all. That's pretty good. I already threw a little syrup on. That's enough. We're going to take it from here. All right, it's on there. We'll see y'all later. Look at this messy place. Well, what more fitting way to end the day? Day 15. The rains are coming in early this evening, as they have all week, but just earlier this evening, and we're just deliberately determining what items we can leave in place. No fish bites this afternoon or whatever, so we'll let that go. And we're just gonna try to keep our little stuff together here in case there's some wind. Probably should have just bagged it all up in case there's some wind. We don't lose all of our little acronyms, our fishing appropriations. I know you can't see me right now, but just trust me, I'm taking care of this business. And I'll leave the tools out. They need to be cleaned anyway. So we're gonna leave that stuff there, along with Alice's collar. We just lit the grill. That's what this is all about. That's what this conversation is all about. We just lit the grill and we're trying to get the charcoal to burn before we close her up. The rain is coming and I'm trying to use the umbrella as protection. We're gonna leave that watermelon that we dug into yesterday out here to see if any animals want it. Kind of protected our hub system from water. Everything else can tolerate it. The blender broke, so we weren't able to do anything with that today. No smoothies and no preparation for our fish bait. So we just wanted to bring everything inside before the rain started. And since we can't really do anything about it, I'm gonna go ahead and close that top before the pour down starts. So when it stops, we'll be ready to drop the meat and we won't have burned up our grill. So that's okay. It's not gonna rain long. We'll just let that breathe. Whew. And finish seasoning our meat. What up, Wilson? What are you up to? Not much? Doing all right? Wilson says he's doing all right. All right, we got, we're just gonna put some chives, a little lemon pepper, some complete. It was the country style that we bought along with those 2 slabs the other day. And since we burned up the slabs, or cooked them beyond our magnificence, we thought it would be best to just go ahead and get some new out. I apologize for not having the tripod. It broke just before we, no, I take that back. It broke when the TV broke. When we had that little storm come through on day 1, that 5-minute windstorm that blew the TV over and killed it. It killed the tripod too that day. Broke it in half. Anything that's coming from Temu must be protected. Any little bing bang and it's gone. All right, ladies. So that's what we're doing, getting our little pork riblets ready for the grill. When the rain stops, we'll throw them out there. We're gonna try to eat the rest of our chili today. We know we're not gonna be able to, so most of it will be thrown out. Sad to say. And we won't be making any more major pots like that. It's just not conducive to where we are. And the fact that it's only me and Alice, no refrigeration, so we're wasting food right now every time we try to cook some fancy dish. So we're just gonna, this is our last shindig. It's Sunday. I guess I can tell you guys that. We got 2 weeks left out here in the field. Plenty of sandwich type situations that we can tackle. Prepared food type situations, but we won't be really doing much cooking anymore. Raw meats. Unless we end up going back to the city. I say that like we're not going, but of course we are. We have to go back to get the parts to fix the trailer. So, getting a little loud in here, guys. I'm gonna let you go while we wait for our meat to be prepared to go on the grill. All right, guys, we're done. We're going back inside to do some editing. Summer goes. Evening approaches. We're still on day 15. Hanging out. Just got through doing a little bit of work. And as you can see, the rains have stopped and left their puddles as they do. That's a pretty sturdy tent. I talked bad about it because of the open air with the little sheath. It leaks, but not as bad, not nearly as bad as I thought it would, considering how much it's rained since we've been out here. And our bed's right there. And you would think that it would be wet. Well, it does allow moisture in, especially during humid times, so everything's damp. I left the window open just then down to here, so the bed's wet. All this water out here is an indication it went down here before we went in, right? So that's what's in the bed. So, you know. But we just wanted to throw them last of those country style on that we got with 2 slabs the other day. This was like a $5 pack, so we had to have it. And you best believe it will not be burnt. All we're doing now is trying to sear it and get some flavor sealed in, juices sealed in, and then we're just gonna leave it and go back in there and get to work again. We're gonna leave it all off. It's hot. You got fire on half of your grill there. Coals burning on this back half. And they're burning pretty decent. They'll burn for maybe 3 more hours at or above 250, somewhere around in there. That's about where we're at. Now, that spot right there is a little hot. See that? Now that was only a few minutes. And we just about give it a scorch back there. So you gotta be careful. We're just trying to sear it, that's all. Seal the outside of each piece. So that even the roast, I don't want to burn it at all. So I'm really trying to, you know, those tenderloins are. That one was like $3.95 or something. Like, you know, when I run across meat on sale, especially lamb. If I catch lamb on sale, that's why it's big as a nice catfish right there, isn't it? That's what it look like. So now those cuts of tenderloin generally end up white, especially when you cook them too long or over too intense heat. You got to sear them quickly. Sear them. I'm trying to be careful not to drop her. It's not a sausage, you know. You got to sear them quickly. Get them off of that because they're cooking while you're searing. Get them on off of there and just let them slow smoke. Nothing above 250, 275. Anything above that, then it's just gonna be. It might still have a little juice left, but that red smoky look of the meat will be defeated at that point. And that's what I like to try to get out of these, because they're generally this piece of that roast is usually white at the end. And white doesn't always antiquate dry. You know, that's just the first place it goes before it gets to dry. So, you know, you don't want your meat to turn white on you if you can avoid it. You'd rather that meat just stay full of blood. So as long as there's juiciness in the meat and you cook it slowly, then that will turn, well, it has the propensity, let's say, to turn the meat red. Not all of them come out red. Sometimes you'll just have a nice juicy piece of white meat, but you still got to get it up off the grill. You can't just leave it there and pretend it isn't burning. You know? So that's all we're doing, just a little quick sear. And we're running our mouth, so we got to watch that we don't blacken any of it. Quick sear, and we can get out of there. Yeah. Okay, that one about had it. This one is starting to cook, so we're going to get out of here with this one also. You don't want it to cook much. Just a quick outer sear so that the juices will stay inside. And I'm going to do that to that roast too. So we're going to start layering them to the outer edge for smoke. The fattier pieces, you want to put them as close to the meat, as close to the heat as possible. You know, in your outlay. And the more leaner cuts, you want to put them the furthest away from your direct heat. Okay. Oh yeah, that's working itself out tremendously. That's working itself out tremendously. That's gonna be our way. And that roast will go to the outside. We'll just keep that mug wide open like that, so it'll at least produce heat. Okay. Don't want to burn anything. I ain't got to tell you all who know how to cook. I got a couple of cousins that don't play. Well, I got plenty of family that don't play now. But I'm just talking about down this way in Georgia. And they pretty much pride themselves. They pretty much pride themselves, you know. I done seen them get out there before, you know. And the next thing you know, it's a whole doggone layout. And ain't a piece of meat dry. And a piece of meat that ain't tasteful and juicy. That's when you know you're a grill master. I've never been a grill master. I've always aspired to be. But I'll mess up some ribs on your tail, boy. Yeah, this chick will mess them up for you. But, you know, I do have a touch. I can get it done. I just have to pay attention. And a lot of times, because of the way I was kind of geared to as an early cooker, was just the slow cooking, the whole keep things going. So sometimes I just get insatiated by the fact that something's cooking and forget the fact that it's also burning. I know that sounds like madness, but no, you get kind of comfortable and then you forget and you run out there. It's too late. You done did something to them ribs that was just unholy. Now chicken, you have to be right there on it, and you gotta get it off and serve it. But me and chicken, see, I'll try to throw chicken on with ribs in the same time pattern, and then the chicken's never gonna be great. If the ribs are great, the chicken gone. Well, for me. Now most people enjoy that's why I don't cook for people. That's how they want to eat their meat, like that. It's not dry, but it's not close to rare either. The closer to rare you get with tenderness, that's where you need to be in any piece of meat. Steak, I don't care, lamb. Yeah, you gotta get her out of there. You gotta get her out of there. Put her out front there, let that slow smoke. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave it because this is a hot grill. I can tell it's very hot. It's above 300 right now. So we're gonna just keep everything back away and keep our eye on it because it's easy to lose a grill like this. And it's easy to flare it up with one little piece of dripping meat, and then you over flare it, come back, you done burned everything up. So this is all you need to do. Is cover, take it down to maybe with the lowest expression, and with the intake as well, just so that it's not going out. It's just a constant little slow stream of heat. And if that gets to puffing too hard, that's okay right there. But if it's still puffing that way in 30 minutes, then you got to seal your evaporation hole, your exhaust, and your intake. Okay, Alice. She's acting like a wild animal now. She got her ears up and doing all that stuff. You know, trying to survey the area. Well, all our neighbors in the corner over here are gone. They left this morning, the whole crew. And we had the music on. We were just acting like we were. But our other neighbor across the lake there, with all the lights up every night, they're still hanging in there. So it's us, them, and just over the treetops on that side, there's another big RV. So I know that they're generally on the inside. Most of the RV people don't come out until it's like weather like this. They'll probably step out and sit in their outdoor tent a bit. But once night falls, they go inside. Except that family over there, they make a lot of noise. They love to party. So we're gonna get on back inside and we'll come back and check on your country styles. All right, guys. Day 15 is gonna come to a close here real soon because we're about to run out of space on the phone, and the other one's down because we swapped carriers while we were out here. I didn't want to pay for a second carrier when I knew I wasn't getting the type of service. Man, there's a fish moving out here. It's a turtle. It's a turtle. I see his head. Yeah. I see 2 of them, 3 of them, 4 of them. Look at them turtles. Can y'all see them turtles? Right where I'm pointing the camera, right in the center of this picture, is a turtle's head, and one right in front of it. 2 turtles' heads, right down the center. I know you see the water rippling. You see the circles being made from their movement. You see them there. Lots of turtles in this pond down here. The fish, you can tell when they're moving, they get to scatter. You know, they scatter the water. You can see them trailing through the water, and then sometimes they flip up out. But I don't see any fish today, just turtles. But if we were out here to net turtles, I'd have bagged about 12 of them by now. Because they bite everything. All you gotta do is have a fail-safe. Like if you threw a cage out there full of liver, you'll probably catch turtles and crawdads and everything. You'll get caught doing it. So anyway, all we wanted to say, family, so that's the puff you're looking for at this stage of the cooking. Yeah, you see that puff right there? That's the puff you're looking for. So we had to come up and open it back up after the rain. And now there's nothing else to do, just wait. And maybe move a couple of pieces around like that one, because it is getting hotter. We might need to shut it down just a bit because we're going to lose too much moisture if we don't. Yeah, it's getting to that point. They're not quite done, but they'll lose their moisture before they get done if you don't take them off the direct heat. That was okay. See, now this down there on that roast, that to me is overcooked. I left it over the coal there for too long. It's already starting to show signs of, you know, the white meat. But you've done really well for that. You can tell by the buoyancy. It's not done. Otherwise, it'd be a little bit more floppy there. But at least you didn't white it out. That's what I mean. It's not whited out. So now you can go on the crease for the exhaust and the intake. Well, you buy out of charcoal, so about halfway will be good on the intake. A grill like this, you can puff that out for 30, 45 minutes to an hour, depending on. Just come check the buoyancy of the meat. Once you tap it and it gives a flop instead of a firm response, yeah, get it off. And if you leave it on, you will regret it. Them doggone turtles are taunting me. I should just go scoop 1 or 2 up. Have some turtle stew. But actually, I know I'm talking. Actually, I don't even know if it's illegal to catch a turtle in Georgia. I don't even know what that's about. I've never seen what do you call them, stickers or whatever for them. I've seen the trout tag, whatever, and saltwater, this and that, and you got the number of fish you can catch per day. But I've never seen anything about frogs and turtles. I know me and my friend out in Arizona, we used to go out at night and catch the bullfrogs. You just put a big spotlight about where we are right here and shine it onto the water. And the bullfrogs come up. Once you see them eyes, yeah, we used to do that. You'd be so far out, and it's like it's not really regulated in certain areas. They don't care. If it's out there, you want to eat it. But yeah, the turtles are having their dance tonight after the rain, so we won't bother unless I see a fish jump up out of there. Like I saw a couple of channels of the night. They were long too, at least 12 inches or more. It was just before dark. Those are turtles. Yeah, I'm not gonna fool with it tonight. It's too much effort. We're gonna go in here and start prepping our evening. This is probably the last time we'll come and talk to you guys, so let's at least walk down here and take a peek. A little closer. Minnows right here. Yeah, could be young frogs. Young turtles. And bugs, of course. It's looking a little bit different there. Like perhaps the fish may come in. It's still water right now. We usually have a tidal effect on it. And as you know, the water has been in the past few days. Remember when I set the rod holder there? The water was just 2 feet away. And that's how much it has receded. Don't see a lot of fish activity, a lot of turtle activity. I'm not gonna waste my time. So we're gonna check on in, Zanians. Thanks for joining us. We're glad we were able to come out and actually do something along the lines of what this show is intended for. But no fish today. I should have hired a cameraman though. All right, Zanians, something's going. Well, folks, that's the day 15 dinner. Salad, blue cheese dressing, a little cheese tossed upon it. A little taste of the greens. We did leave them out a bit. And they smell wonderful. I think they're fine. You know how we do. You got to gauge it that way because we don't have any real bacterial test kits. But we're fine. I'm just making jokes. It's really good. It's not bad. I had it in a cooler place than hot. So that survived, but I wouldn't try it tomorrow. Chili. This will be the last night. We got a little potato medley with a little chili mixed in that. But the meat turned out quite delectable, as you'll see. Even that tenderloin, that white meat tenderloin that you used to, see the red? That lets you know those juices stayed in. And you have a mouth-watering piece of meat. So let me go water my mouth. See y'all on the flip side. Whew. I know, y'all. It's I just wanted to let you know that piece of the roast that I showed you that had the reddish tempura. This is the tip of the narrowest tip of the roast. And it's all done, mind you. Now, I'm only making a big deal about it is because usually I overcook my ribs. But today, I paid $50 easy for this meal. Yeah, we get served less for more. Oh my. Impending